Hey friends, happy Saturday. It's nice to be with you. I'm Father Bill Hill, priest at Holy Spirit Catholic Community in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I'll share with you a reflection on the daily readings. The readings are linked below. Click the link, read the readings prayerfully, and then turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Today, the 25th of January, is the Feast of the Conversion of St. Paul. So I oriented the camera a little bit differently so we could see some of the windows here at Our Lady of Sorrows. There's a St. Paul window here, the blue robe. I'm not sure, if I key it in to look at the window, then I'm super dark. So anyway, and I know that I've got shadow on one side of my face, light on the other side. But this is a St. Paul window. Here he has Latin inscription Sanctus Paulus, and then he's got a sword and a book. And it's always good to remember that the vast majority, or at least the largest portion of the New Testament written by Paul himself, inspired by the Lord. Window next to it with the red robe is St. Boniface, apostle to Germany, which is always funny because there weren't very many German immigrants at all in Rock Springs, but still we've got a German window. And I think that maybe over here we can see it too, St. Patrick. Also not a lot of Irish immigrants to Rock Springs, but because the architects in Boston chose the windows, they used immigrant saints or saints of immigrant churches that were much more prominent in the Northeast than they were in Rock Springs. So, St. Paul, this one. And today is the feast of his conversion. A good time for us to be praying for change of heart for loved ones, but for ourselves as well. And I'll mention that, ongoing conversion theme in the first reading. So, on the bishop's website, there are two first reading options in the lectionary, both of them from the Acts of the Apostles. The first one from the 22nd chapter and the second one from the 9th chapter. This story is actually told 3 different times in the Acts of the Apostles. And, that is something that scholars have done, is compare and contrasted the different narratives and why they might be slightly different each time. I'm not going to get that nerdy today. Here's especially what I was thinking about as I was just praying with the story of Paul's conversion is you have a conversion story. I have a conversion story. And the fun thing, of course, is that we think of conversion as a once and done sort of a thing, but our conversion is still ongoing. The Lord continues to invite us into deeper conformity with Jesus Christ. The revelation of love and mercy and truth and right relationship and justice of God. How has God worked in your life? We read about the conversion of Paul, and it's one of the most pivotal, monumental conversions in the history of Christianity. It doesn't mean it's the only one. How's the Lord worked in your life to change your way of seeing things, your way of acting, your way of being, the values and the attitudes that you hold? And how is the Lord continuing to work in your life to bring the grace of conversion? As we remember what God has done in Paul's life, let's remember what God is doing in our lives. Okay. Mark's Gospel. I just want you to pray with one thing. There might be other things there that attract you, but this is the commission of Jesus to the disciples after the resurrection. The thing that I like about Mark's Gospel is that it's not just about sharing the good news with people. Think about like St. Francis and sharing the good news with the fish and the birds, right? Go into the whole world and proclaim the gospel to every creature. How are you going to proclaim the gospel today? Sometimes we use words, sometimes it's decisions, sometimes it's actions. How are you going to share that God has made your life new in Jesus Christ in mercy and love and justice and right relationship? How's that going to be written on your heart, on your choices, on your actions, on your lips today? Read those readings prayerfully. Turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Happy Saturday, y'all. God bless.